Hi everybody, happy Sunday. It's Wanda. Hope everybody's having a blessed day today. I know that I am. Thank you, Jesus, always on my side, always provides. And today, for dinner, I'm going to make the leftover white rice, but I'm going to fry it up into an egg fried rice. So I have some scrambled eggs. I have some ham here chopped up, and I have my onions. I just got to get my broccoli out, but I had already started. I'm putting this over here so it don't splash on my nice shirt that might look like it came out of a drawer because it's wrinkled, because it did come out the drawer. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to give it a flip. What I'm doing is making these patties into gravy, into a brown gravy, because that was the request, some brown gravy patties with some egg fried rice. Okay, so I'm just waiting for them to cook up a little bit so they can make a little room to put the last one in there, because she hasn't touched the heat yet. Oh, she got the steam so far. Alright, see? There we go, now we're talking. Now, I hope y'all can see me okay. Okay, so I'll just do this because it'll make it smaller faster. Okay, there we go. Go back there. Alright, so I have a pan here and I'm going to make some egg fried rice. Okay, so let me get a little bit of my olive oil so I can start browning up the onions. I think that's a good amount there. So I'm going to brown up the onions, and I know I have a little piece of ginger. Okay, here it is. So I have a piece of ginger here, and I'm going to just cut it up in there, or maybe just grate it. First I'm going to wash it and cut it up. Give me a second. I want to find my... Okay, I have a big old cleaver here. Just give me a minute. I'm going to cut it up. So it's not a big piece of ginger. It's more like a little nub. But it's good enough for me, so I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to grate some ginger in there. And I'm going to put some onions. Okay, that's good there like that. Okay, so this is good, and it's already cooking. These I'm just going to cook them halfway, but I want to cook this really well. So here's my onions. I'm going to drop my onions in there, and a little bit on the floor. Okay, so I have my onions here. I'm going to get a little handle so I don't burn myself. Not this handle. Okay, this handles it. Alright, I need to raise the heat on this because it doesn't seem like it's on. Okay, so like I said, I want to stir fry this. I'm going to put a little garlic in here also. That's because, remember that little bit that you said, why would I put that little tiny bit away? Because it's about a tablespoon or maybe a teaspoon, and it works just fine for what I need. So I'm just going to throw that in there. I'm going to stir fry this really well. So these burgers are almost done. Like I said, I don't want to cook them all the way. Okay, I just want to pre-cook them. because I'm going to cook them in a brown sauce so they can become nice and tender. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to lower the heat on this for a few minutes because I don't want it to burn. So I'm just going to leave it there, lower the heat in the back. And this one can stay high. This one's good. So I'm just going to leave those sitting there for a few minutes. I'm going to go and grab some broccoli and clean it out so I can put it inside to this mixture. I'm going to lower the heat. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Hi everybody, I'm back. And as you can see, the onions are turning a little brown. So I'm going to add my washed broccoli. I washed the broccoli so it looks good there. And I'm going to put on the other side, one side the broccoli and one side the ham. So we're just going to stir fry both those things there together. Is my camera recording? Did I even start it? Okay, good, it's on. Alright, so I'm going to raise the heat because there's nothing going on there. Okay, see? That's great. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that there for a few minutes. After it's cooked, then I'll throw some veggies in it. So I'm going to take these patties. And like I said, all I wanted them to cook was just a little bit. But I don't want them to dry up. So they're already soft and defrosted, which is good. And if you see a little bit of the red juicy part, that's okay, because we could use that. So, okay, I took my patties out, right? And I'm going to get rid of this pan. I'm going to get another pan. So to this pan right here, first I want to brown this up. This is going to be for my roast pork fried rice, or rather, not the roast pork fried rice, but just the fried rice that I'm making with the leftover rice from yesterday. So yes, I put a little ginger in it, so it's going to be really good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch pans. I'm just going to let that cook there for a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to raise the heat, and this heat is on. I'm going to fry my eggs in this pan. So I'm going to grab some butter. I think I have a little butter here. This is like about a tablespoon of butter. Or maybe just a little bit more than a tablespoon of butter. Somewhere like that. So I'm going to fry some eggs. I don't know how many eggs are here. I think they're 3. I'm going to add an extra one. So you can see I put 4 eggs in there. Sorry. I'm still a little bit coughing. Alright. So let me wash my hands and grab a fork. Okay, so come on, butter. It's time for you to do the do. You see little specks in there. That's because I was moving the broccoli around. So, no big deal. It's not a problem if you see some broccoli and the eggs just going in there anyway. Okay, so I have a fork. I'm going to beat that last little egg in there. So I'm going to make like an egg fried rice. So this is good. It's burning on one side. It's getting too much heat. So it's going to have a little brown color. I have the heat too high. Okay, so let's cook these eggs. I just want to make like a quick little omelet. Or not omelet, but you know, like a little fried egg. Cook them nice and good. Because they're going into the fried rice. Let me see how this is coming out. Oh yeah, it's getting a nice little roasted little flavor going on. Keep tapping it, yes. Don't fall, please. Okay. So we're gonna leave that there just for a few more minutes. It was getting a nice golden color. That's what I wanted. So don't burn the eggs here. I'm just gonna fillet them. Doesn't matter, they're gonna be chopped up into little pieces. So you know what? It's fine with me just like this. Could borrow your handle for a minute. Thank you. Okay, see? Maybe a little bit more heat. So this is almost done. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. Sorry, my cat is getting on my nerves. Okay, she's trying to climb places where she doesn't belong. And if you want a good laugh, I was looking for something in my freezer. And I had it open looking for something and she jumped right into my freezer before. Little rambunctious little thing she is. So that was funny. Oh, so let my eggs burn. I'm going to flip them. They got a nice little color there. So she went in the freezer. And now she's trying to climb up where I have my little shelf in the kitchen. So, okay, there we go. My eggs are done. You don't have to do anything else. I'm going to shut this off and I'm just going to break them apart. Just break them up a little bit into nice little pieces. Yes, Wanda, I need 2 handles. I got you. No more driving me crazy. Look, this stir fry is done. It's perfect that I can add the rice now, but not yet. Like I said, I want to add the egg first. And then I want to add the rice. Oops, come back over here. And then I want to add the rice later, after this step. So I'm going to bring it over here. Okay, I think that's chopped up really nice. I'm going to lower the heat in the back. I'm going to turn this one on. Yes, it turned on. Thank you. I'm going to switch pans. Put that over there for a minute. I want this one in the front. Okay, that's too high. Okay, no, that's not too high. Alright, so I have that. Now I'm going to throw in my rice. my egg. And I have a little bit of oyster sauce. So I'm going to take like just a little bit of oyster sauce. And I'm going to put it in there. Let's see how fast it comes out. Like, okay, I think that's good enough. A little bit of oyster sauce. And I have a little bit of soy sauce. So I'm going to put a splash of that. Okay, I think that should do it. That's why I didn't put any salt into it. Oh, that smells nice. Now I'm going to take my rice. I'm just going to throw it right up in there. This is yesterday leftover rice. So, make something different with it. So I just want to bring that in. I didn't even break it up, guys. See that? And this is the wrong little tool that I'm using here, but you know what? It's okay. It's not a problem. It's gonna get eventually nice and broken up in a few seconds. Everything is nice and moist in there, and the heat is getting to it, so it'll be just fine. All right, so let's leave that alone. I want to leave it alone, but I'm compelled to break those rocks apart. Okay. Let me get it down to the bottom. That'll be nice. There we go. Okay, so it's there, and the heat is too low. So I'm not even gonna wash this pan, okay? I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna wash that pan. I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil to it. Okay, and let's see. Okay, this box right here is fécula de maíz. Fécula de maíz is maicena. It could make a custard. All it is cornstarch. And you use that for baking or for thickening. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to thicken something. So let me lower this flame a little bit. I'm just going to put it to the back first. Yes, I keep switching pots, but what I have to do now is pay attention to the front. And I'm just going to grab a little onion real quick. And I seem to have lost my cutting board. I'm sorry guys, I was prepared with some things and not with the other. Look, I have broccoli. Okay, there's broccoli on this knife. So let's get this going. This oil is gonna burn. I don't want it to burn. Let me put that really low. Okay, that's what happens when you multitask. So I'm just gonna cut a chunk off real quick because just to give the brown gravy that it needs, just a little flavor. So I'm just gonna chop this up really quick, like that. Very quickly, very quick. Okay, there you go. We gave it a nice rough chop. So I'm gonna put that right in there. Okay, get rid of this. And here's my napkin. Okay, right here. Now what I want to do is I want to take my patties and I'm going to put them right on top of here. Let me check my rice again. It's getting there, guys. It's going to take a few. Alright, so I have my patties and I'm going to put them right there. And any broth that's there, that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some butter and garlic seasoning and I'm just gonna put it on top of there just to give it some flavor. And I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. There's some salt, some pepper. And it's gonna definitely need a little bit more oil. All right, let me cover up my jars. I don't want anything to spill. I don't know if I might need a little soy sauce. Probably will. So my stove is getting so messy. And I said I couldn't find my cutting board, guys, right? Did you even say that? I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it, and it was right there. So that tells you that I'm feeling a little better body-wise, not head-wise, and not even body-wise, because I'm wearing this weird kind of patch today. See that patch? I have such a pain there. I don't know if it's from coughing or anything, but I brought this patch. It seems to feel a little better now. But I think they're salon pads. Salon pads, and they are heat. They say hot on them. I do feel the heat. It does feel a little bit more relaxing, but it was to the point where I almost couldn't breathe. It was not pretty, guys. So this seems to have worked. It feels better. It looks kind of weird with the little holes, but I don't know how, but it's giving me some heat. Alright, so you need to get higher there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a little bit of water. About half a cup, I would say. I don't want to grab a whole cup. I want to grab okay, so this is half a cup. So I guess it's 500 millimeters or something, maybe. I don't know. So here we go. This is the cups, and this is half a cup right here to the line. So I added a little less than half because like 1 cup would be there. So, but I think this is a good measurement. This is enough gravy that I need for that. It's going to be just fine. So what I'm waiting for is for the pan to get a little brown and get all those flavors mixed in there really nice. I love this. I used to buy this for my kids when they were younger. I used to buy them. I think the box was Encore or something, and they would come like these burger patties in a Salisbury steak type of sauce. They were really good, expensive but good. Now these burgers, I just got a big pack for like $24 in Costco. That brings like maybe 18, but yeah, it's convenient for me. As you can see, I'm not cooking up. You know what? I get tired of cooking the same old thing like chicken, chicken, ground beef, pork chops, whole pork. I mean, you get tired of cooking the same dishes, fish. So I try to mix it up a little bit, and I think this is a good idea. I make my own fried rice, and we're gonna have some patties in a nice brown meat sauce. So you see how nice this is cooking up? This is what I want. I want to brown it all up really nice. And let me give a little bit of attention to my rice over there, and I think I got just what it needs. Well, I thought I did. I do got what I need. I do have it. Okay, so just drying it off. I was drying off everything and wipe it. No dope stuff, particles. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna smash this rice. I'm gonna smash this rice because it's nice and soft now. It has some steam coming out of it. So you see that? I'm just gonna leave it alone for a minute because this is about ready. Thank you, Jesus, for letting me be able to cook today. Alright, so you see that right there? I'm going to cut this one in half because I think it's easier for the dish I want to do. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to use you. Okay, perfect. I'm going to do this. This. Okay, now I'm going to open this up. This is my cornstarch. And let's see if I find the scissor. I am so off today, but I'll get there. Okay, I don't know where I got my scissor. The struggle is real. I know I have a scissor. Okay, so I will cut this piece up later. We'll just get it out the box. No more fumbling with this. So I want to add like a tablespoon. Oh, that's like a little too much. That was a lot, guys. That was like a whole 2 tablespoons. That's definitely going to require more water. So I'm just going to dump half of it. And I'm going to add more water. Yeah, much better. So I'm just going to throw this on here like that. Excuse me. Just like that. Okay, so guys, this is going to be done soon. Really quick. It only takes like maybe 10 minutes to cook. See, it's already getting all bubbly there. Look at that gravy. Did you see that gravy? That looks really, really good, huh? So that's going to make these burgers really nice and tender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip them, okay, till the bottoms are down and the little handles are up. Okay, all of them are laying flat. Okay, that's what I want. I'm going to reduce this heat a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to cover this up. And I'm going to switch pan. And this is on low heat. So that's fine. That's what I wanted to cook at low heat, just so they could simmer those patties. I'm going to get something easier to turn this with. Okay, so here we go. Let's finish up on this rice. It looks really good, but like I said, I think it needs a little bit more color. And I'm going to add just a little bit more soy sauce to this. Or you know what? Hold on, I got something. Okay. I have Japanese barbecue sauce. So I'm just going to take this Japanese barbecue sauce and I'm going to give it a swirl. Not too much because this is sweet. And you don't want it too sweet. Okay, I think that's it. That's pretty much, it was a lot of rice. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to do that. And if I put sweet, I'm going to have to add a little salty. So I'm just going to add one little swirl of this also. And that's good. You hear that sizzling? That's good. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, a good fry. That's what it's doing, is frying up now. Just gonna throw this out. This rice is bothering me. Okay, so now let's give this a little mix. So I would call this the egg fried rice because I put egg in it. If you want to say it has spam as in meat, you could say that, spam and egg fried rice. That's it, spam and egg fried rice with broccoli. So this is a nice stir fry right here. This is so perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. And it smells really good. It smells really good. We should really taste it and see if it does taste good. I know it's gonna taste good. You see me, sometimes I'll just serve the food and I won't even taste it because I've done it so many times and I've added just the right amount. But some dishes are tricky, more tricky than others. But you know what? I think this is done. I'm always gonna taste it. Let me taste it this way. Like I said, when you've done it enough times, when you've done it as few times as I have, you already know the seasoning amount. So, you know what? I'm just going to lower the heat a little bit on this. And let's check musical. I'm playing musical parts over here. But dinner's almost ready. This just needs another. Look how nice that looks. See, it has a nice gravy to it. Perfect. I'm going to flip it over once so I could get a little gravy on the other side. This only needs about another 5 minutes, guys, and then it's done. The rice is done. And so is this. So let's just give this 5 more minutes and then I'll be right back. Did I turn it on? Let's see. Yes. Okay, it's on. So this is a great recipe. This is practically done. You can see it has a nice bubble action going on. It's real nice and bubbly, right? So there's only one other thing that I forgot to add. Even though I added a little bit of olive oil to the onions so they wouldn't burn, I needed just a little pat of butter because butter just makes everything better. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of butter. That's just so it can get a little bit of that salt and creaminess to this gravy, because that's just what it needs. And you can see it. That is a nice gravy right there, guys. So I'm going to flip these one more time, and then I'm going to serve a plate because they're so tender already. Let me show you. Hold on. Especially this little piece. Look. It's a jelly. Look, it's really soft and tender. Trust me, it breaks apart. But see, little pieces. I'm not gonna break the dinner yet, but just wanted to show you. It got nice and tender, and I'm just waiting for this little last bit of butter to get incorporated and all that, because this, my darlings, is ready. And I'm gonna serve a plate because there's no more cooking involved. Like I said, I just wanted that little butter taste to it because it didn't have it before. But look, this is bubbling, sizzling. Everything is well combined. So this is perfect. I'm gonna turn it off now. And I'm gonna grab my plate. And I'm gonna grab some of this egg pork fried rice. That looks really nice, delicious. I needed 2 hands. Okay, there you go. So, this is perfect. I always say this is perfect and I add a little bit more. So I should say this looks perfect. Okay, you have that, and I'm just going to grab one of these little patties and I'm going to put it right there. And grab this little half and put it right there. And of course you need the gravy, so take some gravy. Oops. I got that on the bottom of the plate. Okay, grab some gravy. And it looks really, really thick. It keeps coming right off the pan. There you go. Look at, now we got some gravy going on there. Look at that nice gravy. Okay, so this is what I made for dinner. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you try it with some leftover rice. How nice it can be if you just give it a little bit of love. And this is my love right here. I hope everybody has a blessed Sunday. Thank you for watching. And if you did like this video, give me a like, comment, subscribe, and have a blessed day. Share it with your friends. Love you for watching. Thank you. Beautiful. Bye, guys.